Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Positive Vibes Vahina, where I share my experiences on positive lifestyle, positive mindset, travel, food, and all my personal experiences such as pregnancy and delivery. So, pregnancy related stuff is very fresh on my mind because I have 8 months old baby girl. Her name is Eva, and so I thought of creating this pregnancy series first. I also have some notes with me, and today's topic is very interesting. So, how did I know I was pregnant before even taking the pregnancy test? I'm so excited to share my experience on that, and I'm being very honest with you. I'm going to share a little too much information. So, let's jump right in. Okay, so how did I know I was pregnant before even taking pregnancy test? Is because of the symptoms. I mean, different symptoms I had, which I usually don't do before my period. So I immediately knew that I was pregnant. But I did not take pregnancy test because I had decided that I will wait till my period is missed. Then I'll take the pregnancy test. But I knew that I'm going to get a positive pregnancy test because I'm very mindful about my body and all the symptoms I have before getting a period. When I found out I was pregnant, and that time symptoms were very different than the usual, so I immediately knew I was pregnant. So what different symptoms I have notes on the screen, so that's why I'm looking on the screen. The first one was unusual fatigue. So unusual fatigue means I was very exhausted. I mean, literally, when I used to wake up in the morning, even after a good night's sleep, I used to feel very exhausted, very fatigued, and very tired. So, if you are feeling exhausted and tired, then that might be the clue, ladies. So, unusual fatigue can be an early pregnancy symptom. The second thing is a loss of hunger. I have a very healthy appetite, and I do not have any eating disorders or anything, so I have a very healthy appetite. But during that time I was very less hungry. I don't know, I did not feel like eating. I skipped my breakfast. I did not feel like eating anything, lunch, dinner. I was very thirsty, so I was drinking water and taking all the liquids like tea and coffee. I was like very less hungry than usual. So if you are experiencing loss of appetite, this might be a clue, ladies. And the third symptom was frequent bathroom trips. I drink water a lot. I drink sometimes 6 to 8 liters of water, and so I usually go to washroom frequently. But this time it was unusual. I mean, I was being after almost 15 minutes, and that was very unusual. So I thought that that might be the clue, that can be an early pregnancy symptom, that going to washroom frequently. Yeah. And breast changes. So usually before like getting period, my breasts are usually a little sore, but this time they are like very sore. I mean, like extremely sore and painful and heavy too. Yeah, that was very different. So before period, my breast used to get sore and painful, but not heavy. But this time my breasts were like heavy. So I knew that this is like very different. So that might be an early pregnancy symptom, that sore breast, painful, and especially heavy breast. And the next symptom I had was increased body temperature. So I don't know how to tell you this. So my body was little hot that time. I mean, I don't know, whenever I used to touch my body here or just my hands or feet, I used to feel that my body is little hot than usual, or little warmer than usual. I did not take temperature using thermometer, but just by touching my body, like I felt that my body is little warmer than usual. So that might be the case. And I also had a pimple on my lip. So I never get pimple on my lips. I thought because of the increased body temperature, I had pimple on my lip. It was a blister or a pimple, I don't know exactly, but yeah, there was a little pimple like blister on my lip, and I think that was because of the increased body temperature. So I had these weird like symptoms after the ovulation and towards my period. And I still remember my period was due on 2nd March, and my periods are usually like very normal. If I'm due on 2nd, I usually get my period on 1st or 30th or 31st, a little early than the expected date. But this time I waited till 2nd, and I did not 2nd March, and I did not get my period. And so on 3rd March, I still remember it was around 6:30 in the morning. I just woke up, and then I had this butterfly sensation in my tummy. I mean, I don't know how to explain this, but I felt that the butterflies are, like fluttering in my stomach. I mean, it is very different. I mean, I don't understand how to explain this, but I had this butterfly fluttering sensation in my tummy. So I just woke up, and I ran into the bathroom. I took out the pregnancy test, and Dhaval was working. Actually, he had a meeting, so he was on call, and he was working in the living room on his desk, and I was in the bathroom, and I took the pregnancy test, and immediately the two lines just popped up, and they were like so dark, like so dark. So usually when you take the pregnancy test on the day of your expected period, or the next day, the line is usually very light, like baby pink light. In my case, the line was like dark pink, like magenta pink, and literally I got shivers. And I just called Dhaval, that Dhaval, please come. And he just ran into the bathroom, and he was like, what happened? I told him, like, just look at the pregnancy test. And he got so happy that he just jumped and he hugged me. And but he said that, let's take another, because sometimes, the pregnancy tests are, they say that is just 99.99% accurate. So we thought that, let's take another. So I took out another, and we took that test together, and it was again dark pink. But the Dhaval told me that this pregnancy test is analog, because it is like two pink lines and one pink line. It is not digital, so we have to get the digital pregnancy test. But I did not have that. So what we did is we just wore our jacket, and we ran to Shoppers Drug Mart. So Shoppers Drug Mart was like right in front of our apartment in Edmonton. So the digital pregnancy test, which says it is like digital, it says like pregnant, and it also gives the weeks also. And the accuracy of digital one is like very high than the analog one. We paid for it, and again we ran into washroom, and I took the digital one, and yeah, like it was pregnant. And the pregnant like word, it just popped out on the screen, and it was 2 to 3 weeks pregnant. So according to my HCG level, so HCG is the name of the hormone which detects whether a woman is pregnant or not, and it is found in the urine. The levels of the HCG gives the weeks of pregnancy. So in my case, it was 2 to 3 weeks of pregnant, and we just hugged each other. And the Will's reaction was, now we have to take care of you and your diet and everything. And I was literally like shivering. I mean, I did not record it because I don't know how Instagrammers or YouTubers do that. I mean, they reshoot it, or I don't know what they do. But honestly, in real life, you don't even get time to record that reaction. I mean, it was so quick, and you don't even think of recording it. I did not had time to record the video. I just took the picture of my pregnancy test. Yeah, and then we thought of calling my doctor. So I called them, and an appointment with them, I mean my doctor. I think the appointment was next day. So I will create another video on that, how the hospital or the doctor doctor or ultrasound schedule is in Canada. I think it's a bit different from India. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. So to summarize this video, the early pregnancy symptoms which I had: unusual fatigue, breast changes. I was very exhausted. My breasts were very sore, painful and heavy. Loss of appetite and hunger. So I did not feel increased body temperature. So my body was warmer than usual. Frequent bathrooms. So I was being way more frequent than usual. Yeah, that's it. So I just knew that I was pregnant because these signs were like very different than my usual PMS symptoms, that is pre-menstruation symptoms. So I just knew that I was pregnant. I don't know if it is a gut feeling or by these symptoms I got to know I was pregnant. But if you are having these symptoms, then just be mindful about your body. Just observe your body, how your body reacts when your period is coming, and just take a little note. So you have like many apps nowadays where you can actually write notes and make note of your symptoms. If you are experiencing unusual symptoms than your usual symptoms, you'll just know that you are pregnant. And I would recommend not taking pregnancy test before. I mean, just wait till your period is missed and then take the pregnancy test to avoid all sort of confusion, because then people see like very light line and they just imagine the imaginary line that if it is there or not, and then they ended up getting period and then they just get heartbreaks and they get heartbroken. So just wait till your period is missed to avoid all sort of confusion. Yeah, and if you are experiencing these symptoms, that I'm just sending you all the baby tests. I hope you get pregnant easily in this cycle or next. And yeah, pregnancy is a beautiful journey. And in next video I'm going to share the symptoms of second month of pregnancy. So stay tuned, and please like, share and subscribe, and please comment. I would love to know your feedback, and see you in my next video. Bye.